Let's go again. We go again.
He said we'd go hunting this morning. Why isn't he here? Where's he gone to? What's he doing up there? He's just standing there. What's going on with him?
No, but would you?
Of course.
If this one, yeah. Stop.
I've got what I need.
Just can't let myself go on autopilot in the proving. Whenever I do that, you know, my muscle memory just goes right past the new skip. So dumb. It's gonna take so long to build up that muscle memory.
Wait.
Good night.
Hey.
That carcass. What sort of beast was that?
The tribe calls it a sawtooth.
Yeah.
Pretty embarrassing, but I guess I'm just that stupid.
I should stay out of sight. I can use this. Can I place the traps?
Don't this when it
I'll.
you.
It comes in waves, I would say. Like, sometimes you don't see a new skip for like a month or two, and then all of a sudden, during a week, you might see like a handful of things, and then nothing for a while, and then kind of comes in droves, I guess.
Aloy.
Seems to be the case.
So, look for. You should be.
I was a pretty good sawtooth. It indeed was. That varies, I guess. So I wouldn't necessarily say there's a steady flow, it's just... Most of the time it's just like, oh, all of a sudden, boom. Somebody gets inspired to find some stuff and they find it.
Cheers.
Yes,
I guess it just depends on where the community's focus is. You know, sometimes I guess the Horizon community is just focused on doing runs. Then people probably hit a plateau and that inspires them to find skips, so they go and find some and then, you know, do more runs, hit the plateau, then find skips. I feel like that's probably why it comes in droves, if I were to guess.
What's
Polly?
Oh,
wait?
No.
Whoa, hey,
His.
I asked.
I thought.
I yeah, I'm. You.
I thought.
She got any.
Because there isn't really anyone in the community that just looks for skips.
You have nurtured.
You know, all the time. Usually it's just runners, and, you know, as a runner myself, usually you don't really look for stuff unless you
There's Owen.
feel like you're kind of stuck with your PB.
Questions for him.
Oh,
So
this is you.
the oh I
You know,
what but
I
all you oh are
Will this time count as the preferred one in the coming runs? I don't know what you mean by that. Can you elaborate on that? I don't know what you mean. Fleur doesn't always look for skip? No. He probably doesn't. You know, sometimes he's also just grinding runs. Time for the sawtooth, that was good.
Too far behind.
Still don't know what you mean though.
Gotta catch up.
Maybe there's some skip coming in.
Gotta catch up.
I mean, it would be a pretty cool skip if you get that thing to work for Shield Reaver speedrun.
Slow and steady now. All you need is to finish. That makes all but one.
That would make, I guess, the Shield Reaver run a lot more exciting.
Behind me.
Looks strong, I thought. That's it.
No way but forward
Just
now.
stop right there. Just turn around and climb back down.
I can't see.
I don't want to do this.
Boss, we'll follow right behind.
I mean, it also needs to be very consistent, but yeah, sure. It seems like consistency is the big struggle with it.
I've trained my whole life for this. They had a try.
How much time does the new skip save? I would say, I think it's 7 seconds, if I remember correctly. Depends on how well you do it, of course, but 7 seconds probably.
Kill the invaders! Too many of them! We can't win!
Never had time when you don't.
Keep fighting!
I don't believe that.
Oh no! There's more!
Up
They
on the
keep
ridge.
coming!
There's more of them.
How many are there? Back in!
It's a really nice proving. And that's a gold. Let's go. Whew. That was nice.
They must have found me before I bled out.
No, the time I'm running against is always my PB. Gnutter, if that's what you mean.
With the rest. Are you saying I was born here?
So the time I'm comparing against is always my PB. So you need see here on the Corruptor split where it says 8:53, that's the time my PB finished the Corruptor. And I just finished the proving at 5:43, which is 7.4 seconds faster than my PB finished it.
Bring me here.
It seemed you were dying.
So the only way the split times changes is if I PB.
Not your fault, of course, but Jet sided with me.
Is my mother here? Am I going to meet her?
It's complicated. Please.
Compare against
just
goals to always be behind, yeah. I mean, there are some very questionable people out there that always compares against their goal splits.
After the massacre at the
And that just seems so depressing to me. But there are speedrunners that prefer that, and I just don't understand it.
How was the war party defeated?
There's also another feature you can do in live split, you can compare against your worst splits. If you want to have big green splits all the way. That is a thing you can do.
And beg for All Mother's mercy, as though she would not want us to help ourselves.
Then, what's your plan?
Yeah, you can compare against worst.
This was my plan.
If you right-click on live split when you have it open and go to settings,
Destiny, All Mother
and then there's a button called active comparisons, you can activate worst segments, which then will allow you to compare against that.
Nora Faithful.
Faithless killers.
Imagine getting a red split when you're comparing against your worst splits. That'd be depressing. Yeah, exactly. It's just mentally, it's not nice to see red splits all the time. That's why I don't get why some choose to compare against the summer best.
Or do and I
Braves, ready yourselves.
Today we fight a curse, a demon. Oh, mother, give her strength.
Won't be long. Gotta get in position. Here it comes.
Okay. Yo, Sinful? You feel attacked? Oh yeah, you did do that at one point, didn't you? You did actually compare against your worst at one point.
One of these things marched with the... How'd you do?
Aloy, I can't. You.
Kind of forgot about that.
But...
I know.
I wasn't thinking about you when I said it, to be fair. I guess you're right, you did do that at one point. That's all you used to do? Really? I feel like I remember seeing sometimes you compared against PB.
It worked. It's not hostile. Seems almost Striders.
Green all the way, yes.
Yeah!
Hey,
Watch
Weenie.
yourselves.
Just outside.
Bring it close.
Am I?
No. If
The we have.
isn't... I sh...
Aloy,
Where...
the you might.
The Strider is fast! This
Maybe
beats
God is
walking.
protected.
My whole life. All of it in the embrace. The world just got bigger. I should try overriding other kinds of machines. Probably can't ride them all, but I might find a use for them.
Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of people start doing that recently. Well, they'll completely delete all their splits every day. So that every stream they do, they, you know, get new splits. I don't really like doing that myself, but it's an interesting idea again.
My focus is
I've seen a lot of spiral runners do that, actually.
Maybe I can scan it.
Well, they reset their splits completely each day.
Nora Village, on the heights.
Yeah, that's the only comparisons I use, as well as PB and average. And average is usually only when I de-rust I would use that. Has there been anything about new machines to ride? No. So far, the only thing we know we can ride, given the trailers we have seen, is the Charger and, what's it called? The raptor thing? I forgot his name. Close
I'm
Rider.
gonna find War Chief Sona. The massacres.
Still bad at memorizing the names of the new machines. But it's Close Rider. And I'm gonna be bad at memorizing the names until I've played the game.
Maybe the War Chief left something behind.
I assume there's also gonna be Striders and Bardheads, but we have only seen Aloy be on a Charger. In the trailers, so... Would Median be nice to compare against? I don't know. Maybe.
Laurel asked me to find Sona, the War Chief. If I want to pick up her trail, I'd have to go to the massacre site.
I always forget, what is median again? Like, median is all your times lined up back, you know, in a row, basically, and then you take the ones in the middle, right? That's how a median is calculated.
Let's get this.
Yeah, okay.
Mother's crown.
Here she is.
The military camp.
The girl,
You're
the car, they know what word it is.
So,
Nice.
who's
You'll,
I'm
free.
I should.
All right.
Corruption spreading across the land.
I guess comparing against a medium would just be like another form of average. But the way LiveSplit calculates your average times is based off your recent runs. It's not based off all your runs. In case you don't know. I think in LiveSplit, if I remember correctly, I think it's the last 20 runs.
The corruption coming off from that
It
smoke.
calculates average of it.
Clear them out.
That's your recent average, not your full average. think it's the last 20. And technically, it's not the last 20 runs you finished. It's it does it for each split, you know. So the last 20 times you completed, you know, Sawtooth. Because not every run you start get to the finish, of course. And to be fair, it does make more sense to do average that way when we're dealing with speedruns, you know, because you know, you don't necessarily want to have 3-year-old information in your splits. The more recent average is more useful. Alright, let's redeem ourselves here. Ooh, that's a good spawn.
Here they come. Corrupted watchers.
Perfect corrupted son.
This valley of corruption.
Gonna get more better spawns than that unless the watchers are up against each other. Beautiful. Gold? Ah, we still have the fort fight to come. I think it's actually gold pace.
Smoke, red tatters. More bandits like the ones at Devil's Thirst.
Alright. Let's nail this fight. Hopefully no bad RNG.
Has something attacked
Looking
the
good.
edge of a
Turn
corruptor.
back, girl! These machines are dangerous! The sun shines upon... Where are you headed, girl?
West! To Meridian!
Where the
Yep, another gold. 2 golds so far in this run. Wow, sub 1430 on cardio border. That is insanely fast. That is by far the fastest cardio border I've ever done.
Find Olin and learn everything he knows.
I think my best cardio border prior to this one was like 40-40 or 14-40. That was like 12 seconds better.
Looks like me. Why they want me dead.
That was a very clean cardio border.
When I catch him, he will talk.
Also, just would like to point out
And he will pay for all
that
the
currently in
risks
this
he
run,
did.
my summer best is better, or my best possible time is better than my summer best was when I started the run. 2 seconds better. So right now I'm actually 2 seconds ahead on my summer best when the run started. Because of those 2 goals. Oh well, there's still a lot of run left. Lots of things can go wrong. Show mud folder? Never! Comparing against goals wouldn't be depressing this run. Actually not. Let me just look. Yeah, you can see right there. Comparing against summer best, I'm 1.9 seconds ahead of summer best. Obviously my summer best has gotten better because of the goals, but when you compare against it, the time doesn't change. Anyway, back to comparing against PB. Time doesn't change until you finish the run. Because otherwise you wouldn't be able to beat it. Is this the first or second run of the day? No. This is like the 5th run of the day. Had a lot of early resets. 5th or 6th run of the day. Getting a 141. Yeah, we're just gonna skip the 144, the 43, the 42, and just get a straight up 141. Just to assert dominance. And fully ascent.
Was a guard under the last king.
If this run is a 141, I'll retire and never come back. Because I'm never gonna be able to top that. I'm just gonna leave. Never to be seen again. I'll go into the woods and live out the rest of my days with 10 stray dogs.
Ho!
I'm sorry for the wait, but all goods entering the city are subject to search.
This is
Yeah, I'm only coming out of the woods if Hollow Skip is
Owen's
found.
in there, somewhere. And so's Erend, that other Outlander I talked to the night before the proving. Erend said he'd introduce me to his sister if I visited Meridian. Said she would.
14501 would be okay.
Ursa.
I mean, I said 141, not 44.
over as you there.
Not me.
We were.
How I
hard.
the
It does.
I need.
But
No.
but
I don't.
he's
I feel like if I actually got a 141 in this run, I would have a hard time explaining how I didn't cheat. Like, even to myself, I wouldn't be able to justify it over myself.
Slowly. They're all talking at once.
Big blood!
What did he mean about Ursa's murder?
Not now.
here we are. Try not to break
Where
anything.
of this?
Call it a day, girl. You're wasting time.
Who's second place on the leaderboards? Weaver is for this category. Or for PlayStation. And Kaider is if you include
Owen kept a
PC.
journal.
Olin? I knew he could read contracts, but I never took him for a poet.
No doubt now. Olin knew I was targeted.
I believe Weaver has a 151, Kaider has a 149 on PC.
The glyphs show places he visited.
If I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong.
There's your
Maybe Kaider. Oh, actually, maybe Weaver has 150.
Don't have.
Not sure.
red.
Would have to look that up. But somebody probably can do that. Alright. 30 seconds ahead. My PB lost a lot of time there because I got hit by the Stormbird. On to excavation site. But damn, I'm behind my summer best again. Second behind summer best. Rip. Probably reset. Ah, yes. Speedrunners that don't submit their times unless they improve on the leaderboard. And therefore their PB on the leaderboard is like way worse than the actual best time. Imagine doing that. Didn't die in Meridian. Yes. Keep him unlocked. Weaver has a mid 151. Okay. Wonder if he's still going for sub 150. He was at one point, but he hasn't done runs in a while. But Weaver does runs like a bit on and off. That's, by the way, how the Crash community kinda is when it comes to the leaderboards. Where most people only submit if they get like a run that improves them on the leaderboards. So they end up with a leaderboard that's kinda not accurate with their actual PBs. I guess the placements are correct, but not the actual times.
The Nora girl lives?
Kill her!
No, you had your chance.
Got that. Fuck you. Bullet. I'm not killing that guy. Good fight, but terrible RNG.
I'm the kid. I'm not. What are they? What? When they and you say hey,
Such
and what?
I want
Where?
my fault. Yours.
Yes.
Then
Go.
I did.
What is their reason for not submitting anyway? I don't know. Laziness, I guess. I know some people say they don't want to submit all, like, small PBs because they don't want to bother the leaderboard moderators. Which, to be fair, if you're not using the load remover, I thank you for that. But, but in other games where, you know, there's not loadless time, it shouldn't really matter, I guess. I don't know what their reason is there.
I'm glad that's over.
Nah, get off.
What?
What did I not hit triangle on Aaron there?
No, sir. Shot. Yeah.
Damn it, that was a good fight. Then I lose like 5 seconds to that. BS. Where I press triangle right next to Aaron?
All the way out here.
I don't know. It doesn't
Whatever.
make sense.
Minor mistake.
Is this Shadow Karja territory?
At least I got on the mount at
Broke
full
the
speed.
ceasefire as soon as they set foot in the cliff. Alright, this is it. Ambush happened.
This looked like
Soldiers have been
drag
over it,
marks.
but maybe that
Did someone
fancy artifact of yours
move a body
find a
through
clue
here?
or something.
Let's just nail the fight up here. Minimize the damage. What's the biggest time saved compared to my PB? With Blaze Skip, it's obviously durable. And without Blaze Skip, it's either... I think it's Borderlands. If I remember correctly.
Why fake an ambush?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Borderlands. It's either Borderlands or Camps. Because they're both around 15 seconds.
Here, he's coming.
Vanguard.
Uh-oh. What's that?
I think it's calling in machines.
I heard the freeze, so I didn't load in an extra shot. But he didn't hit the guy, so... Got you baited by the game sounds there. Like, I heard the freeze in the background, but Aaron didn't hit him.
Like Vanguard.
So I had to load in an extra shot, but I didn't do it. Because I heard the freeze, so I thought I didn't have to.
Those rocks.
But I guess he didn't shoot at that guy.
Something hit these stones.
Or maybe he did, but he
Something I've never
missed,
seen
which
before.
can happen.
What are
Usually
those
Aaron
leather
does hit every
straps?
time.
Armor straps. Cut with a knife. And a rock with blood on it. Looks like you
I'm
could
pretty
run
sure
some
it's Borderlands
equipment
that's the
on
biggest
there,
without,
by the tripod.
biggest time
And
loss
power
without,
cell.
or what's the biggest time loss in my PB? Unless we count Blaze Skip, because then it's just durable. But you know, I never go into a run expecting Blaze Skip, because that would be foolish. Did get on the mount. Ah, that was pretty bad. Whatever. Still way ahead. Let's just hope ambush is the worst split in the run. Just nail everything else. On to makers. That's auto. Oh yeah, he's gonna see me. Maybe not. Might spot me so late he's not gonna catch. Yeah. Not catching. Yeah, I only got the first part of Blaze Skip, but I also had a bad Glindhawk fight. So with Blaze Skip, I can save 25 seconds on durable. With a Blaze Skip and good Glindhawk fight. And without Blaze Skip, I can then save like roughly 10 seconds. Just by getting a better Glindhawk fight. in my PB. Now I'm just being pushed by the rock breaker there.
What was that? Baker's End.
If a new video just sucks on YouTube,
Said he found an image
it needs to
of a woman
process a little bit first.
ancient device. If she's my mother, why would there be traces of her all the way up here? So far from the north.
Have any plans to change my sub icons?
Who is she?
Probably at some point, yeah.
Is Elizabeth Sobek.
You! Spying through my focus again? Well, go on. What do you know about her?
Stay on your present course, and before long, you'll know her as
Even though YouTube says processing is done, if you watch a video right after it's done processing, it's still, like, not in full quality yet.
Epilepsy was still equipped just outside the ruins. Your focus will show the location.
Yeah, I mean, I have thought about it. I probably will at some point. I also need to start adding, you know, adding a badge for like 2 years and 3 years. People have actually been sub for that long, which is crazy.
An explosion.
I really thought that shot was gonna miss.
Focus. Stop working. I've disabled his focus. The rest is up to you.
I'll handle it.
Very nice fight. Nice.
What the hell was that? Hades? Hey! I need to find a way.
Dr. Sobek, you have 355,510 days active for your meeting with Mr. Fair. Please proceed to the 30-minute
Welcome to Faro Automated Solutions, where all the problems of tomorrow are being solved today. With over 25,000 human employees based in nations and corporate holdings across the globe, Faro leads the world in every sector of self-sustaining, fully automated technology.
Looks like the way up.
From revolutionary consumer products close to home, like the Faro Focus, to the dynamic chariot...
Yes, that's why I wait before I jump down the elevator there. If you don't wait there, the game self-locks. Because there's a checkpoint there.
Brighter, safer, and always surprising. Faro
Gonna be a long
Automated
way up.
Solutions.
Frozen metal most of the way. If plants can find a way to hang on up here, so they made the focus. 25,000 people? That's bigger than a tribe. So they made machines.
I mean, if your goal was to just,
devices.
what's it called?
Common in their world.
Use that, what do we call it again? Mount zip to the top of Maker's End, that's not gonna work. Afraid. Because if you don't listen to or wait for that dialogue to start inside the tower, and if you don't do the fight, the game simply does not load anything inside the tower. If you miss that dialogue trigger at the bottom of the tower there, you can still progress all the way to the top and the holograms will spawn, but the quest will not finish. The way you could get around it is just like the... Actually, now that I think about it, You could use the animal skins, I guess. From, I guess you could use the trick we do in the Eclipse base to create a checkpoint and then restart from save to get the game to catch up. I just thought about that. Because if you mess it up, you do need to, like I said, restart from save to get the game to catch up, but that requires a checkpoint. I messed up that jump in my PB as well, so just means I'm not saving any time here.
Oh yes, I believe I do.
The file has been recovered.
Do the mount zip? No, it's not a new skip, it was just a way to get around something.
It's been years.
There's still a lot of things that need to be found before that becomes viable, I'm pretty sure.
All 18 lawsuits the moment you landed.
I need to stand up for a second. Actually, let me go to the bathroom. Be right back.
Alright, this promises to be interesting.
Perhaps we could have lunch brought in. You know, get reacquainted.
I know you, Ted. You screwed something up, something big, or you wouldn't have eaten the crow necessary to get me here. So, spit it out.
There's a glitch in the chariot line.
Your killer robots?
Peacekeepers, yes, those.
So shut them down.
Obviously, Liz, we would, if we could. They're not responding.
Are you telling me a swarm has gone rogue, Ted?
It's worse than that.
Show me the data then. And I'll take that lunch. Alone.
Ted Faro brought Elizabeth Sobek here, but they hated each other.
Another file has been
This
recovered.
isn't a glitch. It's a catastrophe.
Fully aware. It's bad.
Bad?
Jesus, Liz.
It's not bad, Ted. It's apocalyptic. You built
Alright,
a
I'm back.
line of killer robots.
I don't think that would work, Sinful.
That consume biomass.
Because Aloy doesn't have a voice line when you get the
And you made them capable of
skins from a
self-replication.
box.
Limited self-manufacture.
Actually, I don't think Aloy in general has a voice line from the getting the skins. And by the way, in case anybody asks, I did try using the skins to skip a hologram. Doesn't work, unfortunately, but I did try it. That was one of the first things I caught up. Didn't work. But then again, I didn't expect it to work, because you can create a checkpoint by just grabbing the power cell up there, and that doesn't skip the holograms either.
The Faro roped the way up.
A file.
Yeah, it's a really good story.
A file has been
The thing is also with using the animal skins,
Zero Dawn.
or the boar skins, I have a feeling we're gonna find something a lot better use for that than,
If there are a nicer way to fix
I have a feeling we're gonna find a better use for it than the Eclipse base skip. It's just a matter of figuring out the right idea with it.
To be worse than the disease.
It's not, Ted. It may be grim, but it's our only chance.
I do think there must be
Now sign
something
the
better.
proposal.
Some better use for that trick.
I can't sign that.
Yes, you can.
I'm not sure what yet.
Dad, Liz, I cannot
It will
in
do.
good conscience sign that.
You've got a choice,
Eclipse phase,
Ted.
on average, you're probably gonna save 4 seconds from
I'm
it.
speaking to you from a
If you
VTOL
nail
en
it
route
to
US
absolute
robot
perfection,
command.
it'll be 7-8 seconds, but
In 15 minutes,
But nailing
I'll
it
meet
to
General
absolute
Harris and the
perfection
rest of the Joint
is
Chiefs.
What?
far from easy.
Are you crazy?
Now your choice is what I tell them.
Thank you, Duke.
Sign, and I'll tell them the wealthiest corporation on Earth has guaranteed the funds necessary to build Zero Dawn. Exactly as I've designed it. Or don't sign, and I will make sure they and everyone else on this planet knows the real cause of the glitch.
Jesus, Liz. You don't have to threaten me. I'll sign.
But yeah, like I said, I'm sure there's something that will come of the animal skins
Look on the
in a
bright
different
side,
spot.
Ted. From here on out,
Being
you
able
get
to
do
create a
what you've
checkpoint
always been
anywhere
good
just
at.
has to be useful
Footing the
somewhere
bill
else, I'm
while
sure.
others get their hands dirty.
Like I said, just no idea where.
God forgive me.
Yeah. That'll maybe come with time.
So,
I do. I
or
you.
But-
We do.
whoa, of course. Great. Someday we'll...
Sadly not saving time here because I messed up the skip. Or second try flare skip. My PB also did second try on the flare skip. I'm not losing time to PB, but I could have saved like 10 seconds. If I'd gotten it. But whatever. Still good pace. Let's just keep it up through the Nora section. Like I said in the video about the skip, just a matter of thinking outside the box. You never know what you're gonna be able to find. But obviously, easier said than done.
This must be the rise Sona's runner told me about. The war chief stuff dressings. Might be a blood trail I could follow. I should try my focus. Dead sawtooth. Maybe Sona took it out. She could be close.
Your has he art shown. The killers are just across this
getting a
ridge,
signal from my
digging the
focus.
cursed earth. The sin of the ancients is buried in that soil.
Nice. Alright, let's nail this fight here. Make your shots count. Beautiful.
This will if you might know she and I do it.
That's what we like to see.
Commanders, over the past month, accidental blaze explosions have killed a dozen men. Here in the Ring of Metal, I've taken the precaution of placing our entire stockpile in a covered shelter.
Too bad there was one leader
Safe from
spawn, but
stray
other than that,
sparks and lightning.
not too
And I
shabby.
posted guards to control access. I urge you to take similar measures, or suffer the consequences. Supply Master Thran, out.
A blaze stockpile inside their base. I found...
Damn.
There's...
Blood. Please, Dev. I'll
Sound...
An idea I just thought of that somebody should probably test. Can you use the animal skins or the boar skins to skip that dialogue right there? Like, could you play a checkpoint doing that, restart from save, and then have Sona and Val ready to talk? Somebody should get on testing that. Just thought about that, but I'm in the middle of the run, so... Like, could you skip that dialogue? Because it's not a hologram, so... Because I guess if you skip that entire dialogue, you're already saving more time than you do at Eclipse Base. Because at that right there, you're just listening to a data point. And data points in programming, we know from Gravehort, works differently than holograms do. But for now, let's focus on the camps here.
Calm, calm.
Decent first camp. Town was a bit out of the way, but other than that, pretty good.
We're getting picked off!
Not the best second camp. Spotted there, so I had to wait a lot for my mount. When I get spotted like that, I can whistle for my mount when I want to. Causes extra wait time.
Heard something.
Pretty solid camps overall. Minor mistakes, but nothing major. Decided to shoot too high on that guy at the second camp, which caused that alert. It's fine.
If I'm...
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Wow, actually that's a lot of time.
Go now. We wait on your
But we
signal.
also had not the best spawn after War Chief, which also loses time.
You do have a plan, right?
You followed me this far, even into the ruins. I thought you trusted me.
Good ring of metal.
I do, but how would you know that this base has a weakness?
Patience, Varl. You'll know soon enough. Up you go.
Take my hand.
I need to get to that blaze fast.
I was gonna miss there. Thought I was too far on the left with that shot, but it was good. It was good. Got bones down here first. Some reason. See anything for the north? I'll take it. Not the best though. Run started out bad today, but this run has been really good so far. But I'm bleeding some time right now, so gotta be careful to not throw it away.
Or are all by
The Graveheart. Ah, yes.
Get out of this. Eclipse.
I'm not showing any focuses at that location. Shouldn't be anything you can't handle. Carry on.
Thanks.
Welcome back, Fleur.
On my own, all right? The shadow of a metal devil. Great. They're inside too.
To arms!
How am I doing on the run? 12 seconds ahead of world record. At the moment.
What was this place? The furnishings were metal. How'd they ever get comfortable?
Bunked on the roof.
World. Guess they were used to it. Haven't seen one of these since I was a little kid. Must be some kind of code. Maybe I should try scanning objects in this area. 3 power lines, 3 sources. That makes 1. That's 2. One more.
Alright, let's get a good fight here. Excuse me.
Tools being used. No voices. No clips. Must be another way in.
Yeah!
What is this?
That? It's a map.
A map of what?
Our world.
Some kind of power cell. I wonder what it's for. Another crash. Where is we can move?
What is it?
That did it.
Decent fight. Struggled a little bit with the cliff soldiers there, but
I had to fight hundreds
still decent.
all at once.
I saw the symbol that he was about to attack, so that's why I thought he was right behind me, but turns out he was still on the staircase. I guess the symbol was a little bit bugged out.
Thank you, Dr. Sobek. You can take a seat.
Normally it's only supposed to blink like that when, you know, he's right about to shoot. Or not shoot, launch at me. Pretty good. Good to save some time here. Probably not much. But a solid lead going into the second half. Can't complain about that.
So we put a railgun in the hand of every civilian strong enough to carry one, show them where the trigger is, and point them to the front? How the hell do we sell that?
By giving them something to fight for. Zero Dawn. The top secret super weapons program that will save us. So long as humanity holds off the swarm long enough for Dr. Sobek
Getting
and
rid
her
of
team
these
to finish it.
traps in my inventory.
The file I'm sending contains the war
It's
plan
easier
for
to scroll
Operation
between medicine and mount.
Victory. War plan? This is a war crime. It may be ugly, but it's
Sometimes you just have them in your inventory because you loot them from the leader and the proving. It's just annoying to have them there.
secured use of a decommissioned orbital
So
launch
you
base
only
outside
wanna be able to
Bryce,
switch
Utah,
between
as a
mount
zero
and
dawn
medicine
staging area.
in
Plenty
the
of
quick
space
menu.
there. When can you get started?
I've already mailed you a list of alpha and beta candidates. Most are
Without any
nationals or
obstacles in the
subjects
way.
of corporate holdings, so extracting them.
Leave that to me. You'll get your dream team. Count on it.
Then I'll be off.
Orbital launch base. What is that? What? Now I just
The helix. It's each a lot. Yeah.
point the. What was? Now how?
In 2 seconds. Not bad. Gotta keep it up throughout the second half of the run here. But most importantly, just keep taking it one step at a time. No reason to think ahead. Focus on the moment. And who knows? We'll see where we are when we get to the end.
Watch out for the Atheron merchants. They'll soon cheat you as looking. We all have our place in the order of things. Don't ask me where to go if you're lost.
Saves 8 seconds.
He's in
7 or 8 seconds as well.
These people are here to see the Sun King.
I feel like every skip we talk about is 7 or 8 seconds, but just a coincidence, I guess.
Sun King is eager to meet you. The machine tamer with a curious eye for detail. It's all very intriguing.
I'm not here to intrigue you.
Too late. Ignore them. Nobles are like children who whine when they don't get a second helping of dessert.
What's the Sun King like?
The most important thing is what he isn't like.
I timed it to 7 or 8 seconds. If you do it quick enough. It saves less if you're on HDD, of course.
I need to get...
I know.
Because you have to wait longer for the restart from save. That might be the reason. It's like any other skip with a restart from save. I mean, I obviously haven't tried it on that, so I don't know. I didn't realize that's a thing. Well, then it's just not worth it to do it, I guess.
Machine rider. Out causing trouble.
Why did they get alerted so late? What the fucking... Don't fucking scare me like that. That is not normal. Like, normally when they start that fight right there with the sawtooths, they, you know, you're not even close to the sawtooth when they run off to the fight. And right there it happened when I was right next to him. I got so scared there, I thought I was about to get absolutely wrecked. And get caught up in that fight. Whatever, I guess the game is just trying to throw me off my cool right now. Testing my nerves.
Low and quiet does it. All right, what now?
You wait, that's what.
Gonna be tight. Corrupted machines. Trying
Soldiers. Held in reserve for war need to come. You have to get past them.
This is the easy way.
didn't say it'd be easy.
Nice. Don't screw me this time.
Battle is upon us.
The ground here looks churned up. Drag marks.
Nice.
Leading towards that gate.
Very good.
It's barred. No getting past that.
You'll have to find another way.
I see it. They've built some kind of structure around it.
Climb it. The sooner this is done, the better.
I don't like this. It feels wrong.
Everything here is raw. Just keep moving or you'll die.
This looks easy.
Keep moving.
Yeah, you think? What do you think I'm doing? Taking a nap?
Keep running.
Night comes.
Eclipse across the ravine.
Bridge in sight.
That's the way out.
I know.
Phew. Yeah! Come on, you dumb mount. What the fuck was the point of that? Come on. I'm really tense right now. I feel like the game is just... game is gonna screw me. First that on the way to Eclipse Base, and now the mount just stopping and trying to fight those guys.
Sunfall.
Whatever.
The Mad King Duran's summer palace. A bulwark of guard your might against the howling Forbidden West.
Thanks for the history lesson.
But they have no idea what lies beneath. We will learn much from this, Aloy.
That's what I'm hoping.
They're not waiting to come home.
The Sun Ring. A proud tradition. Now we get to see if your attack on their focus network was entirely successful.
What?
Success. Welcome to the Citadel, Aloy. I'll check back with you in a moment.
If you want to hear about today's bounties, head for the throne room. You're not going to make any shards by standing out here.
Shards. First
Even
time
if it
in the
means having to
Citadel,
listen to
gotta see
Bahamut.
the sun
The
ring from
balustrade.
on high.
It's a short drop from there. The others,
I see you've been here before.
obviously. Now, it's very important that you hear what I'm about to say. I've shown you the way in, but this humble vent marks a point of no return. Before you descend into the depths here, you should be fully committed, equipped, and focused. No distractions. If you have errands to run, do them first or hold your peace. I won't tolerate whining. Is that clear?
You'll tolerate what I give you, Silence. I didn't ask you along for the ride.
Right, let's have a good see right on here.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. We found it.
Are you
ready? Please take a seat and wait for your... Please proceed into viewing room 1 for an important...
What was this place?
A holographic theater.
ZD-01 data intact. Initiating playback.
That doesn't make sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it. Kestrels. They got in. Through the vents. I can pass them, undetected.
Spread out!
Data points. You're going
If
to
it moves, kill it!
What is this place?
Initiating playback.
So... the whole Earth destroyed. But then... remade?
Yes. By a machine.
Intruder! Get her!
Whatever you do, don't die now. Is there another route?
I've done this before. Just need my focus. Here we go. Another one of these. Need to find the... Found one. Looks intact. Looks like that part I found upstairs might be here. That should do the trick. Now let's get that door open. That did it. Door should have power.
Now to see what lies beyond it.
No!
Very nice.
Welcome to Hades.
Elizabeth said the new generation of humans would be spawned inside such places.
She did.
Looks like it used to be something.
Alright, solid, zeroed on. Very solid. Alright, sun ring time.
I kept in.
If you
Oh,
maybe
at this that you can
you're all hey, it does
I
do you
and see it. Oh, after
what?
you're in it. You're and
I'll never beat that thing without weapons. My weapons are up on the platform. There's no way out of this ring. Maybe I could use the strength against it. That pillar's weak. Another hit, and that pillar will come down. It's down.
Nice. Now let's just get a good kill here. Let's not get complacent. It is an easy kill, but thinking that something is easy, it tends to lead to fuck-ups. So let's just make quick work of the behemoth here.
Hey! Guess who got her weapons back? Now you're just a big dumb target. Come and get it! Those components on the sides of its head. They've got something to do with this first attack.
A little scary, but we got it. Made that a bit more intense than I needed to. Well, the rest to be worth it. 15 no more seconds, I would say. Probably.
You're...
I'll be...
Wait.
Yes?
In terms of when I'm going for 144.
Yeah!
I'm sure I'll be back to this category and go for 143 someday. And going for 143, it's definitely worth it. But when your goal is a 44, it's not. Risk versus reward. Alright, let's have a good Thunderjaw here. Thunderjaw was pretty good in my PB. Let's try and emulate that. Hope he doesn't screw me here. Let's just play it safe if he does.
Thunderjaw, all right. The survivors must be holed up in the mountain. Varl and Sona, they're still alive.
The corruption will not take hold!
We did it! Aloy did it!
That's good.
We only helped. I thought we would die.
It looked like it was gonna be a really bad Thunderjaw when that fight started, but
then
oof, turned in to be actually pretty good. I was really worried when I saw his leg was on top of that rock, because that's usually a extremely bad sign in that fight, to see one of the Thunderjaw's legs on top of the rock. That usually means his knee is gonna block the heart.
So,
that was not the case.
Have you
talk.
And then the human enemies lined up pretty well there at the end.
I see you're inside.
Figured I might be hearing from you.
Shall we begin?
I never stopped. Looks like they didn't like this door very much.
Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized.
Of course they hated it.
Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are cleared to proceed. Welcome to the Lyceum.
So, what was this place, exactly?
The dream of Apollo. Never realized.
But why not?
Priority control accessed. Identiscan malfunction rectified. Aletheia 9. Group 1 access unsealed.
This is going to be interesting.
The Anointed will cleanse the corruption beyond the sacred land. The goddess anointed her within the holy mountain.
Nice. On to Borderlands. Borderlands is a good game. Especially Borderlands 2. Never played 3, so I don't really know about that. From what I can tell, people still like 2 more than 3. At least from what I see people say about it. Yeah, I heard the humor isn't as good. I heard that too. But I did hear the Tiny Tina thing they released where it's actually really good. I think it was like some sort of DLC thing. Expansion.
I'm not far from Pitchcliff. Murad's set to look for his agent in the town's marketplace. Pitchcliff
Cutie
is the
McFace.
phone. Murad's agent is waiting at the town marketplace.
Believe it or not, Tiny Tina and Aloy has the same voice actor. In case you didn't know that fact.
Be fascinating if they weren't looking for me.
Both voiced by Ashley Butch. Aloy, Tiny Tina, and Chloe from Life is Strange is probably her most memorable roles in video games.
Savages on machines? I'm seeing a bit.
Albeit, keep in mind, she was not Chloe in Before the Storm. She was only Chloe in the original Life is Strange. Because there was a voice actor strike at the time. That meant she couldn't be Chloe in Before the Storm. So only the original Life is Strange. Just wanted to point that out. Alright, Ravager, please don't screw me. I see you up there. I see both of you. Got the doubles one. Both of them have their back turned. One now. Okay, should be good. It's the snap ball. All the way to the left, safe. I don't know, I would say Handsome Jack is probably the most known character of Borderlands. At least in my opinion, he is. I would even probably also argue that Handsome Jack is probably one of the best villains of all time in video game history.
Let's take her down.
Fight back!
You all?
Okay, really good backup. Really good backup.
Ursa must be in there. We have to get through.
Very clean backup.
Stay put until I find a way past it. Just notes about crafting. And a letter tucked between the pages. Well, thank
Go.
Still saving good time. Trust me, I've failed that so many times, so the backups should be on point. Very easy fight to mess up. Come on, mount. Decent mount spawn. I don't know. Who would you say is the most or the best villain of all time in video games? I guess most iconic would probably just be Bowser, but you know. To me, I feel like I would say Handsome Jack is probably, in my opinion, the best villain of all time. If I had to pick one. It's definitely top 3, but he's the first one that comes to mind when I think of that topic, so I guess he has to be number 1. Is that Pharaoh?
Please.
I don't know. I mean, Ted Pharaoh is decent, but he's not up there with, like, Handsome Jack. I don't know. Some of my favorite villains in video games. Handsome Jack from Borderlands, David from The Last of Us, Baldur from God of War. Peanut Blades or Kerrigan from StarCraft.
More corrupted.
Not corrupted, but they will not tolerate humans.
So what else is new?
Are the ones that come to mind?
Stalkers in the open. Watchers on the other side.
I'd probably say Handsome Jack number 1, then Baldur number 2. Dr. Nefarious from Ratchet and Clank is certainly also up there. But I'm also a massive Ratchet and Clank fan, so you might want to debate that one. Clockwork from Sly Cooper is fantastic villain as well. Sephiroth? I never played Final Fantasy VII, so... But Sephiroth is probably also out there. I'd imagine. As he tends to be the highest rated Final Fantasy villain. I feel like most people seem to agree Sephiroth is the best villain from that series. Because you never really hear much about the other villains in that game.
A climbing path for me,
but maybe it's because I'm not in the Final Fantasy community. But when somebody like me, who has never played a Final Fantasy, knows about him, probably means there's some iconicness to him. Could have been a little smoother. I've never played Mass Effect, no.
This is exactly the kind of play you...
Not the yeah, every...
Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr.
Mind your footing.
Guess that's my way across.
Come too early.
Glad that's over.
I have no idea who the villain is in Mass Effect. Isn't it like an entire race that's the villain in Mass Effect? Some sort of alien race?
Where they lived.
I actually have no idea. I never played Mass Effect, nor have I ever watched a playthrough of it. I literally know very little about it.
The Focus can rebuild them, but the process is slow. To us, it seems a powerful device, but its engine is tiny and limited.
How slow?
Days, weeks.
This is Charles Robinson.
Concern yourself with stopping Hades and extending the future, and you might live long enough to hear them.
Yeah, I messed that up yesterday. My bad, but technically the correct outcome. But I should have cancelled it because I ended the run due to what I think was some sort of allergic reaction. Probably forgotten some iconic villains. I guess Dutch from Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption 2 is kind of iconic as well at this point. I guess you could throw Micah in there as well. Have a plan. Red Dead Redemption story in a nutshell. We need money, but Dutch has a plan. Dr. Wily? That's Mega Man, right? I never played a Mega Man game, but...
When I opened the hatch...
Yeah, I guess if you're really into Mega Man, you would put that.
Because there was no...
Also surprised nobody has mentioned Ganon yet. Or Ganondorf. Whatever you call him. I'm not into Zelda lore. Ganon and Ganondorf is the same person, it's just a... He's just in a different form, right? Am I wrong about that? Like, it's the same guy, but a different form. Oh. But then again, there doesn't tend to be many Nintendo fans on my stream, so I guess that's why it hasn't been brought up. Some of the Nintendo villains. But still, I mean, after all the villains we've mentioned, I still feel like Handsome Jack is definitely #1. Handsome Jack #1, and then Baldur definitely #2.
That's... She doesn't... If it...
What?
So Ganon is when he's a pig, and Ganondorf is when he's a human? Is that how it works?
Clearance overridden. What the hell is Omega clearance? Oh no. Alpha personnel. Sorry to alarm you, but I need you to listen.
Fair enough.
Okay? To what I'm about to say.
Oh, let me stand up for a sec here, while I have a chance. Get some blood flowing.
This isn't easy. See, please. Stop trying to access the system, okay?
You only know him from Smash? Okay. Fair enough.
Is,
I just don't know how it works if they are
stop trying to
considered the
access the
same
goddamn
person.
system. What I'm trying to say is...
Where's all the
stop
Zelda
thinking
experts
about the
when we
ones who
need them?
come after us. Those innocents. Those blameless men and women. We're gonna give them knowledge? Look,
Go ahead.
it's a gift?
Ted, we've talked about this before. Apollo has 3,000 plus fail-safe conditions.
It's not a gift, it's a disease. They're the cure, and we're gonna give them the disease. Our disease? No, we can't. And it's not too late. If we're willing to sacrifice.
Ted, it doesn't need to be like this.
It already is, Samina. I did it 3 minutes ago. I've purged Apollo. It's gone. All of it. Every copy.
Sacrifice? It's not a sacrifice, it's cultural
The whole Ted thing is a joke, so don't worry about it.
millennia of culture.
Anybody praising Ted Farrow while Seth is here is gonna get bumped.
But sometimes, to protect innocence, innocents have to die.
Emergency alert. Venting atmosphere.
The Legend of Zelda timeline is crazy? I know that, but... I know that's a thing, but... I just don't know if Ganon and Ganondorf is, like, considered the same thing.
The world, not a...
Because it's also confusing in Zelda, because Ganon looks different in every single game. I mean, I guess Link does as well, but that does, you know, doesn't help the confusing.
Sound good?
Try not to fall to your death. The master override doesn't override gravity.
I think now that I think about it, I guess all the characters look different from game to game in Zelda. Because I guess Zelda does as well. He also looks different in each game.
For our but before the truth I help because when I know which yeah.
So
I'm taking
that oh.
Alright. Let's get a good late game. Zelda is the princess, Link is the dude you play as. But yeah, I also for the longest time, like many people do, I also for the longest time thought Zelda was the, you know, guy in the green suit with yellow hair. Turns out it's the princess. That's one of the most common misconceptions in all of video games, is Zelda and Link. I mean, that's probably is the most common misconception in all the video games, right? I mean, it must be.
I've sent a message.
I'm glad
she would tell him.
Only.
If
I'll meet
Aaron take your hours. Hey, when but you were is fine. We will.
Right. See if we can get a blaze skip on this run as well.
Or he has a surprise for us.
Is it a bomb? Doesn't look too big.
Big enough to kill us.
All right. I'll shut up.
No blaze skip. But my PB got no blaze skip and a Battle dog fight, so still save time on this
That's a
split.
lot of blaze.
If that bomb downstairs goes off.
So now you need to add 18 seconds to best possible time.
Smoke will darken
So
the sun.
that's how much you lose from no blaze skip.
Up in flames. There's got to be a way to stop it. It looks like a wooden
That's
bracket.
the way you need to think of it.
Not very
Just
strong.
add 18 seconds to best possible. Wait, what? Did we turn around animation? Okay. Whatever. Let's just get a good Glendhawk fight.
I'm not choosy.
What happened? I haven't heard a blast like that since the liberation.
There's smoke rising from the edge of the mesa. Are we?
The tracks lead inside. Another one of Dervahl's. This must be where Dervahl is sent. Dervahl did find a way into the palace.
Wish I could be there.
Come on, then.
there?
Ooh, ooh. What a shot.
I hope you like fighting these things, because there's more in the way. Never do the work if you can get a machine to do it for you.
Woo! What a good fight. Let's go.
Hey, look, you would budge.
Imagine if I'd gotten Blaze Skip on top of that. Jesus Christ, that would have been good. That is the best derval ever without Blaze Skip.
Hey, and it's it's hey, please.
He with it. It will weak.
I'm perhaps yes.
And
now.
I don't.
Okay, maybe you shouldn't have added 18 seconds to best possible time. That fight was so good that Blaze Skip almost didn't matter.
Quietly does it.
God damn.
Panic in the city will only create another.
God damn.
And do keep me appraised of each.
Blaze Skip RNG? Depends on how you look at it.
Otherwise,
technically not, but it's just so hard that it might as well be RNG. Because it's 2 frame perfect inputs back to back. And getting that is pretty hard. So technically it's not RNG, because you could theoretically just be good enough to get it every time, but statistically it might as well be RNG.
Should I sleep? Did I leave anything unfinished?
Alright, healers time. Let's finish strong here. Come on.
Campfires, perhaps? Massing forces for the long march to the city gates?
That's not wood smoke.
Let's get ourselves 144.
The end.
But still 3 more fights, huh? 1 step at a time. It's not over till it's over.
Deathbringers you spoke of?
To the guns! To the guns! Now!
By the sun, do as she says!
Set loaded!
All of you, be ready to fire! Will the guns hold them back?
We're about to find out.
Let's take some deep breaths here. Let's go get it.
Helis!
No! Rally the vanguard. Send reinforcements.
Aloy, no!
We need those guns!
He will cut you down!
Not this time!
You have vexed me long enough.
Should have fought me in a sun ring then. It's giving way!
I'm gonna risk the new skip, not on this pace. I'm still not that consistent at it.
Where do you need me?
Take up a camp on the platform.
fellow back there. Come on. Okay. There.
Chance to catch a breath and prepare.
Bad ending to that first wave. Or first half. Gotta be ready in case he spawns to the right. He did not.
Raise arms again! West!
Oh, that was bad. Fuck. Please don't tell me I choked that. Ah, I had time to save on it, so it's not gonna be that bad, but... Still 44 pace, but that was not a pretty rich. Nerves got to me a little bit there. Hesitated a lot on a lot of shots. That's fine. Only lost 10 seconds. Solid 80s and it's home. Nerves got to me way too much there. So I hesitated a lot. Well, one more fight. It's gotta finish strong.
Aloy! Aloy! Aloy!
Tab?
By all mother, you survived. I thought you were killed.
The others, are they...
No. Wounded, but alive, mostly. The machines blasted through, then kept going.
Gotta finish
They
strong.
marched on the spire,
It's still
dragging
possible
that
to throw this away.
thing with them.
Take care of the others, Tab.
That's mount spawn.
Hades has started the signal. It must have gotten through the defenses. Nora. Aaron's vanguard. I have to get up there.
Another 10 programming.
Gotta keep going. Keep pushing. I knew this wouldn't be easy. So no holding back.
Hey,
They're
Lord.
alive.
Not
my.
We're back. Right. Well.
Come on.
My way's clear.
Where am I going? Fuck.
Now, the master.
What the fuck was that? Ah, finally, 144. Holy crap, what a terrible late game. I don't care though. We got the 44. Finally. Ah, let's go. Ah, that was dumb. I completely lost track. I was so close to dying there, and I was just thinking, don't die, don't die, don't die. That I lost track of where I was in the arena. Ah, finally. 144.
Master override armed.
Yes.
Activate state name and
Ah, after that long PB drought. Finally.
Alpha Prime.
Throughout all of July, I just didn't get anything. Now we just got a couple of records in a row. I mean, this, to be fair, I mean, nah, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it. It's a 144. Whatever the endgame was is whatever. It's just time save for next time. Let's go! Whew. It was just the nerves that got... I was so nervous through that entire late game. As soon as Healer started, I just got so nervous. So that's why I dropped a lot of time there, but thank God I had such a good lead going into the end game. So the nerves didn't matter. Another minute barrier has been broken. Whew. Another minute barrier is down. Let's go. Thanks for all the GGs. I'll look at the alerts in a bit. God, the nerves were so strong, man. God damn. And they only got worse every single time I made a mistake. My nerves just, you know, doubled. Finally. This took so long to get because I just... like I said, throughout the entirety of July, I just did not play that well. Played so badly and choked so many runs and all that. And then here in August, I took myself a little bit better together. And we got those small records, and now we... broke the minute barrier finally. 144.52. Albeit with a very messy ending. You know, yes, one could argue that it should have been like lower than that, but you know what? Fuck that. I don't care. It's a 144. I can always... I always come back to this category anyway, so I'll definitely improve upon that in the future.
Okay, Gaia. Sorry about that.
The nerves just carried me, or just took over.
Right.
Here at the end.
So, like I was saying,
Oh, the nerves, man.
Electronics kit.
I was so nervous.
To an auto battery and solar PV.
At the end now, man. So like, yeah, I lost time on Reds and I lost time on Hades, but it was just all nerves that just caused me to just like worry about everything that could possibly go wrong instead of playing, you know,
thank God. So she called the fire department.
Optimally.
And after she took me
I didn't expect to get so nervous when I actually got a run on this pace, to be honest.
There were nests in the pine tree.
I didn't expect that time.
What did you feel?
But I guess it's because I've been working towards this time for so long that I guess it was a bit overwhelming to finally be on the pace.
Took my face in her
For it.
hands and spoke.
Query.
Holy.
What did she say?
She said I had to care. She said, Elizabeth, being smart will count for nothing if you don't make.
I mean, I knew this run had a lot of potential once we, you know, once we had those really good start and all that. And if I could just keep it going, and I did. Oh, my focus was so good in this run. Besides, you know, the last two splits. If we ignore the last two splits, my focus was on point throughout the entire run.
Guess it was for the
But of
best.
course, when the nerves hit, you know, that's... When the nerves hit you like that, then it's hard to be focused fully.
For him or her?
I guess.
And like I said, and I've said this many times when I've broken a minute barrier in this category,
Curious.
this is by far my favorite speedrun category in any
Willful,
speedrun,
unstoppable,
and especially in Horizon. This is my favorite category. I love running this category. So even though I've gotten to 144, I already know now
just a little bit
that I will come back and go for lower time. I'm probably gonna take a break though from this category for some time, but we'll be doing other things in the meantime. But I know, I can already tell you now, I'm far from done with this category. This category is like my baby. I always want to come back and do better.
Anyway, that's all I've got for now, Gaia.
But that is the 144.
I wish you a pleasant
Another
sleep,
minute has
Elizabeth.
fallen.
Thank you.
And more will come in the future.
I'll catch you tomorrow.
But for now, let's enjoy this moment. Let's actually quickly look back through the run here. We actually started off really well. Did you guys remember the start of this run, if you look at the splits right here? So, Sawtooth, really good Sawtooth. Proving, gold. Perfect Proving. Really good Corruptor. Perfect Cardia Border. Really good Meridian. Excavation side was not that good. Lost a good amount of time at the excavation side. Ambush was pretty bad as well. What happened at Ambush? Oh yeah, I had mistaken that guy for being frozen when he wasn't. That's right. That's what happened at Ambush. Maker's End was really good. Maker's End, or Fast Tower, I got Flare Skip on second try, so lost 10 seconds there. War Chief was really good. Camps were not great, because I had a slow mount spawn, and then the camps were just kind of... I mean, they were just average. Especially the second camp. I lost time on the second camp. Ring of Metal was fine. I lost time there, but it was still good. My PB had, or my old PB had a good Ring of Metal, so I was kind of expecting time loss. Gravehoard was good. Fight could have been a little better, and I think my mount had some mount issues as I was going to Gravehoard. Sun King is whatever. Eclipse Base was basically perfect. Or as perfect as can be with the strats. Zero Dawn was really good, but lost time. But yeah. Sun Ring was really good. All Mother was really good. Of course I lose time on some of these splits, but those splits were really good in my old PB, so losing time there was not a big deal. Borderlands was really good. Even I had to go for the backup strat because I got spotted early, but the backup strat was just on point, so I still saved a lot of time. Gaia Prime was solid. I probably only lost time there because of the mount spawns. I think both the mount spawns were kind of bad. Derval was so good. Like, Jesus. That was the best Derval fight I've ever had. Derval was so good. Like, that Derval fight was just on point. Like, it was so good. If I'd gotten Blaze Kit, I would have gotten, like, a gold by 10 or 15 seconds or something. That's how good it was. Like, that Derval fight was just on point. Because, like, I saved like, what? How much did I save? 13 seconds without Blaze Skip. So, actually, that means it would have been a 5-second gold if my calculation is correct. Whew. Helis. Let's see. Helis was solid. Didn't do the new skip because I was on such good pace. I didn't want to risk the time loss. Ridge defense, I just got way too nervous. Once I got to ridge defense, my nerves just kicked in, and every single time I made a mistake on ridge, the nerves just got bigger. And I just focused on not making a mistake rather than, you know, playing as well as possible. So that was the time lost there. And same thing happened on Hades. I was really worried that I was gonna... On ridge defense, I was really worried I was gonna die, so... Oh, sorry, on Hades, I was really worried I was gonna die, so... I focused way too much on my health and not on where exactly I was. So I didn't get enough damage on Hades when I was freezing him. So I had to shoot him a little bit extra. And then when I killed him, I lost track of exactly where I was in the arena. And I had to go a little bit further to Hades. So, yeah, lost time there. But it's still a 144. Like, those last two splits I don't care about. The rest of the run was so good. So good, so good, so good. Oh, so yeah, I mean, the nerves lost time at the end, but whatever. I still got an amazing time. 144, GG. What an incredible run. Whew. Another minute, and I just want to say it again here. Another minute barrier has been broken, but it won't be the last. I know that for a fact. But for now, I'm gonna enjoy that. I got a 144. GG.